Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're not just looking at a book, we're sort of uncovering a practical guide, really.
Yeah, a blueprint maybe for feeling a bit more resilient, more joyful, even when life gets, well, complicated.
Exactly. Our source is Real World Mindfulness for Beginners, edited by Brenda Salgado. And our mission today is simple. Unpack the really practical, accessible ways mindfulness can help you navigate daily life.
Navigate with more presence, maybe a bit more grace, and definitely find more joy along the way.
And what's great about this book, I think, is how it pulls together insights from so many different teachers. It's a really rich mix.
It really is. And the sources make it clear, mindfulness isn't owned by any one tradition. You find it everywhere.
Like where specifically?
We'll think Christian contemplation, Jewish prayer like the Amida, obviously Buddhist meditation, Sufi practices, even Native American ceremonies like sweat lodges. It's woven in.
Wow, okay.
And then you have the secular side too, education, leadership, even things like end-of-life care, the legal system is popping up everywhere.
So it's kind of a universal toolkit.
But that's a good way to put it, yeah. Helping people face challenges, feel more centered, and connect with that shared sense of being human.
Okay, so let's get into the core of it. For anyone listening who thinks, yeah, I know what mindfulness is, this book kind of challenges that, right? What is it really?
It really pushes beyond the surface level.
Yeah.
At its heart, mindfulness is about cultivating this open awareness, being open to whatever's present inside you, around you, just moment by moment.
Open awareness.
Yeah.
Okay. And why? What's the point?
Well, the sources suggest it helps us listen better, more deeply. It can spark creativity, curiosity, help us handle change with a bit more dignity, maybe, and ultimately, maybe even help create a better world. Brenda Salgado, the editor, she shares this really powerful story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about when she got seriously ill. Mindfulness wasn't about ignoring the illness, but about noticing her frustration, even her shame about needing help.
That's tough.
Totally. But just noticing it, without judgment, allowed her to feel compassion for herself, to actually accept the support she needed from her husband, co-workers.
And that helped her recover.
Surprisingly, yes. It led to quicker recuperation, even though her instinct was always to be in control. So the insight is really how observing those hard emotions actually makes space for compassion and acceptance.
So boiling it down, it sounds like it's about being here now, like really letting go of rehashing the past or worrying about the future.
Absolutely. That's the crux of it.
Yeah,
But it's easier said than done, right?
definitely. What's the biggest hurdle people hit with that?
Oh, it's usually that constant pull to be doing something. Planning, analyzing, replaying conversations. Our minds are just wired that way. It's hard work to just be...
Reduction of doing. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's this great Native American story the sources mention about the two wolves inside us.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Yeah. One wolf is all anger, greed, ego. The other is peace, generosity, empathy. And the question is, which one wins?
The one you feed.
The one you feed. Bingo. So mindfulness gives you the tools to consciously, water the seeds of the wolf you actually want to nurture.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's about exercising that discipline of being, like John Kabat-Zinn said. The seduction of always doing can keep us from exercising the discipline that being requires.
So it's an active choice about where you put your attention.
Precisely. And that choice fundamentally shapes your inner world. That's the real insight.
Okay, so we get the what? Presence. Feeding the right wolf. But the big question is always how? How do we actually bring this into our, messy, busy lives? The book has some quick tips, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Really accessible stuff. One of the core ones is mindfulness of the body.
Okay, what does that involve?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just noticing physical sensations, whatever's happening in your body right now.
But my mind wanders immediately?
Totally normal.
Yeah.
Everyone's does. Thoughts will pop up. The key is just gently, without beating yourself up, bringing your attention back to the body.
So noticing tension, maybe?
Yeah. Or maybe warmth, coolness, tingling. You can also try, breathing into tight spots.
Sure.
See if anything softens. And just doing quick check-ins during the day. Like right now, are your shoulders creeping up towards your ears? Can you feel your feet?
Yeah, probably.
Just those little anchors. They help. And yeah, there are tons of apps now, too, if that helps guide you.
I like the sound of the mindful walk. It seems simple.
It really is. Find a spot outside, take a few deep breaths, and just walk slowly. Let yourself wander a bit.
And notice. What? Pretty things.
Yeah, purposefully look for things that are beautiful or pleasant. Like feel the breeze on your skin, really hear the leaves rustling, Use all your senses.
But how do you stop it from just being like, okay, tree, okay, bird,
Yeah.
and get that quality of connection they talk about? My mind races.
That's where the intention part comes in. It's not just ticking boxes, it's active curiosity. Maybe you consciously say hello to a tree internally, or pick up a cool rock and really feel its texture.
Ah, okay, so linger a bit.
Exactly. Linger on the pleasant stuff. You're training your brain to soak up the good everyday moments, not just wait for big, exciting things.
And even if you're stuck inside.
Yeah, even just looking out a window for a few minutes with that same focused curiosity can give you that sense of presence and connection. It's about training the mind to find joy anywhere.
That leads nicely into the idea of mindfulness during routine tasks, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This one's huge. We spend so much mental energy dreading chores, right? Doing dishes, laundry.
Guilty creates that cycle of guilt and avoidance.
Totally. But the sources flip it. They say these are great opportunities for mindfulness practice.
Okay, how? What are the steps?
Simple again. Take a couple of intentional breaths before you start. Then as you do the task, just notice the physical stuff. The warm water, the texture of the clothes. And when your mind wanders off, which it will just notice the thoughts without judgment, gently bring your focus back to the task. Then maybe finish with a little moment of gratitude, like, okay, done.
It sounds like trying to see it fresh, almost like a kid would.
Exactly. That childlike curiosity can make the mundane feel kind of magical again. You're not just slogging through, you're reclaiming these little pockets of time for presence. It cuts down on that mental drag of procrastination.
It shifts your whole relationship with those tasks.
It really can. You can even play with your thoughts. Instead of, ugh, I hate this, try thinking, how can I be really good at washing this dish? Or who benefits from me doing this laundry? It changes the energy.
Okay, that's the everyday stuff. But life throws curveballs, right? What about the really hard emotions? Anger, frustration, fear?
Yeah, the tough stuff. The sources have practices for that too. One key idea is understanding the parts in the whole.
What does that mean?
So when you feel frustrated, instead of thinking, I am frustrated, you consciously tell yourself, a part of me feels frustrated.
Ah, okay. Like separating yourself from the emotion a bit.
Exactly. It creates this crucial bit of space. You see the emotion as temporary, a part of you, not your whole identity. It's amazing how changing the language helps.
Language shaping experience.
Right. And sometimes a physical shift helps too.
Yeah.
Feet flat, sit up straight, open your chest, chin level. Grounding yourself physically can help ground you mentally when things feel overwhelming.
Let's talk about anger specifically. It can feel so big, all-consuming. How does mindfulness help there?
Well, anger often comes from this feeling of tightness, right? Contraction. And sometimes that tightness stops us from seeing the hurt underneath. So mindfulness of the body can help. Grounding your attention in physical sensations can create a feeling of slowing things down internally.
Okay.
And there's a practice called noticing how anger feels. Like, take a quick inventory. Where is it? Clenched jaw, tight shoulders, heart racing. But here's the interesting bit. You can also ask what feels good about the anger.
Good. About anger.
Yeah, maybe it feels vital, direct, powerful. Acknowledging that, weirdly, can give you more perspective.
Never thought of it that way.
And crucially, if the anger is really bubbling up fast, the advice is walk away. Step out of the situation. Say you need a break. Then do something totally different. Watch TV, exercise, let the intensity cool off first.
Okay, that makes sense. Don't try to mindfully sit with rage if it's about to explode.
Exactly. The insight is about observing it so you have more choice, not being swept away by it.
What about fear? Another big one.
Yeah, fear can really hijack things. For that, there's mindfulness of emotions. You deliberately bring up a moderate fear, not something overwhelming.
Okay.
And then you just focus on the physical sensations. Where do you feel it? Energy buzzing, throat tight, pulse quickening. Just watch it with curiosity, gently.
Without getting lost in the what-if stories.
Right. Detach from the narrative for a moment. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche called this working with our negativity. He said this stuff we call emotional garbage actually teaches us a lot about being human.
Wow. So leaning into the feeling itself.
Exactly. You get more comfortable with the raw sensation of fear, so it has less power over you. The story loses its grip a bit.
Is there anything for just general stressful moments, like before a presentation or waiting for news?
Yeah, absolutely. Find your home ground in a stressful moment.
Yeah.
When your mind is just spinning, you bring it back to your body. Sit comfortably. Feel your posture. Notice your breath. Make your body feel like a safe, familiar base.
Like an anchor.
Precisely. Someone in the book shared how learning to just pull back, listen quietly, let their body settle. It made difficult conversations easier. Fewer assumptions, more calm.
So mindfulness isn't just about managing the bad stuff. How does it help us actually grow the good stuff? Joy, gratitude, compassion.
Right. It's definitely not just damage control. The sources talk a lot about cultivating gratitude and joy, and they point out our brain's natural negativity bias. We tend to focus on what's wrong.
Yeah, survival instinct, I guess.
Probably. And culturally, we often put off happiness, right? I'll be happy when.
Oh, totally. When I get the promotion, when I go on vacation.
Exactly. But Kayarjulingo puts it beautifully. Happiness is here and now. This moment is the only place you can actually find it.
That's powerful.
She shares this great story about writing 68 thank you notes for her dad's 68th birthday. She thought it'd be a chore.
68. Wow.
Right. But as she did it, she found it brought her immense joy. So the insight is, actively looking for and expressing gratitude isn't just nice. It's a direct route to feeling happier right now, even if it takes a little effort up front.
And there's actual science behind this too, isn't there? It's not just feeling good, it has physical benefits.
Oh yeah, definitely. The research shows regular gratitude practice can actually lower blood pressure, help you sleep better, reduce conflict in relationships, boost overall life satisfaction. It's tangible stuff.
Okay, so how do we do it? What are the practices?
Okay, actionable steps. First, super simple. Smiling when you wake up. Just a little smile. Remind yourself, hey, another day. That's a gift. You can even use a little verse, like one from Thich Nhat Hanh.
Nice. Easy start.
Second, catching neutral moments. Those times when you're not particularly up or down. Just neutral.
Okay. What do you do then?
You deliberately bring up a feeling of joy or gratitude. Think of something small you appreciate, like the elevator work today, or you heard birds singing. Just consciously bring that feeling to mind.
So injecting positivity into the gaps.
Kinda, yeah. Third, making a list of things that make you happy. Simple things. Exercising, singing, helping someone. Write them down, stick the list somewhere visible, and try to do at least one thing from it every day.
I like that. And you mentioned that 12 to 20-second rule before. Can you unpack that a bit more? Holding a grateful thought.
Right. This is fascinating. So practice number 4 could be practicing gratitude with the 12-20-second rule. The science suggests that while negative experiences stick in our memory almost instantly again, survival brain, positive ones need a bit more time to really sink in and become part of our long-term memory. So when you feel grateful, consciously hold on to that feeling, savor it for about 12 to 20 seconds.
So you're basically telling your brain, hey, remember this good feeling.
Exactly. You're helping it physically lodge that positive experience, rewiring things slightly over time. It's a real game changer for building lasting positivity.
That's brilliant. Okay, what else?
Fifth, giving up, complaining. Now, this isn't about suppressing feelings, but noticing the habit of complaining, inwardly or out loud. The book calls it an attitude of staying stuck.
Yeah.
Just observe when you do it. Awareness is the first step.
Notice the pattern.
Sixth, expressing appreciation to others. This can be big, like writing a proper thank you note, or having family appreciation time, or small, like genuinely thanking the person at the checkout.
That can feel awkward sometimes, though.
It can, but it builds connection. And finally, random act of kindness. Just doing something nice for someone, no strings attached. Often, the deepest happiness comes from helping others. Trust that little nudge when you feel an impulse to give or help.
Wow, okay. So many small, doable things, and they all seem to feed into patience and compassion, too. You mentioned Fleet Maugh's quote.
Yeah, patience and compassion are like muscles. As we begin to practice them, they strengthen. Love that.
It implies it's something we can build, not just something we either have or don't.
Exactly. He shared how mindfulness helped him shift his reaction when yoga teachers were late. Instead of judging, he started asking, "Are you okay? What's going on?"
That's a big shift. Fosters empathy.
Totally. And again, there's science. Loving kindness meditation, which inspires some of these practices, is shown to boost positive emotions, reduce depression, even help with chronic pain. It really works.
Are there specific practices for patience and compassion in the book?
Yes. One is called patience and compassion for yourself and others. It involves breathing in, feeling love and patience for yourself, then breathing out, sending it to loved ones, then even to people you find difficult.
Oof, the difficult ones. That takes practice.
It really does. And related is sending silent waves of compassion. It's like loving kindness meditation. Silently wish safety and compassion for yourself, loved ones, difficult people, and eventually all beings.
Expanding the circle.
Right. It all ties back to that Hafiz quote. Fear is the cheapest room in the house.
Hmm.
I would like to see you living in better conditions. We can choose to build bigger, more compassionate inner spaces.
This deep dive also gets into some really profound areas like accepting major life changes, aging, illness, and also how to support others without, completely draining
Yeah,
ourselves.
really important stuff. The sources tackle accepting aging and illness through Shahar Godfrey's experience as a cancer survivor. She used mindfulness right through her treatment.
How did it help?
It helped her stay present with the suffering, not denying it, but not being totally consumed by it either. It helped her consider her options clearly and actually find moments of joy and appreciation even amidst the hardship.
So peace isn't about everything being perfect.
Not at all. It's about your relationship to what's happening. There's a simple affirmation they suggest: be with what is, just in this moment, just anchoring in the present reality.
That sounds incredibly grounding when things feel overwhelming. So even with tough health stuff or aging, mindfulness offers a way to find peace and appreciate life as it is.
Absolutely. And there's a practice called appreciating your health, your body, and your life.
Yeah.
It's about actively listing what your body does for you. Even tiny things we overlook. It shifts perspective, builds positive energy.
I like that. Counteracting the tendency to focus only on what's wrong.
Exactly. And then there's welcoming what arises. If you feel physical discomfort or emotional pain like a heavy heart, you gently place your hands on your chest and just welcome it.
Welcome pain. That sounds counterintuitive.
I know, right? But it's not about liking it. It's about creating space for it without judgment, allowing it to be there, which paradoxically often helps it soften or shift rather than fighting it, which usually makes it stronger.
Okay, that makes sense. Allowing versus resisting. And for grief. That's such a heavy one.
Yeah. The sources offer something quite beautiful: the mindful altar ritual. Yeah, creating a small sacred space, choosing objects that are meaningful to you, arranging them with intention, and then just spending time there, being present with whatever sensations or emotions come up.
So the ritual helps hold the space for the emotion.
Exactly. The external ritual supports the internal processing. It gives the heart time to soften, maybe surrender a bit, reconnect. It's a powerful insight. They also mention mindful movement, just gentle movement to reconnect with your body when grief makes you feel numb.
Okay, let's shift to supporting others. This is huge. How do we help people we care about without burning out ourselves?
It's such a common challenge, isn't it? We naturally feel compassion, but life is busy, and we're often not really trained in how to offer support sustainably.
Right. We just jump in.
Yeah. Maya Dura talks about caring with intention and this idea of healthy differentiation.
Healthy differentiation. What's that?
It means being more aware of your own internal state, your stress, your joy, your confusion non-judgmentally. When you know what's yours, you can be more fully present for the other person without getting completely tangled up in their distress or taking it on.
Ah, so knowing your own baseline first.
Exactly. And Dr. Krista Neff's self-compassion break is gold here. When you feel stressed or upset helping someone, you pause. Acknowledge, this is suffering. Recognize suffering is part of life, part of being human. And then offer yourself kindness. May I be kind to myself.
Simple steps. Acknowledge, connect, be kind.
Yeah. And for caregivers, there's the intention check. Regularly asking yourself things like, am I doing too much? Am I looking after my own needs? That self-awareness is key. Self-compassion isn't selfish. It's what fuels sustainable compassion for others. And finally, there's a really practical tool called the GRACE practice. Dr. Joan Halifax developed it, especially helpful for people in helping roles.
GRACE, an acronym.
Yep. G is for gather your attention. Just pause, focus on your breath or your feet on the floor. Simple grounding. R, recall your intention. Why are you here? What's your motivation for helping? A is attune. First, check in with yourself. What are you feeling? Then, sense into the other person's experience, open and curious.
Right. Self, then other.
C is consider what's really needed here. Draw on your knowledge, but stay open. What might truly serve this person?
Got it.
And E is engage and then end. Interact compassionately and then consciously end the encounter. Maybe notice your out-breath as a way of closing.
Wow. GRACE. That's a lot to remember in the moment.
It is, but the amazing thing is, even just remembering the G, just gathering your attention for a second can make a huge difference in how present and effective you are. It's a powerful internal tool.
What an incredible range of practices we've covered today. Seriously, from just, washing dishes mindfully and dealing with anger, all the way to cultivating deep joy, gratitude, compassion, even supporting others without falling apart.
It really spans the whole human experience, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And that core message keeps coming through. Joy, gratitude, patience. They're not just random luck, they're skills. Like muscles you can build with practice.
Exactly. Consistent mindful practice really can transform your whole experience of life.
So any final tips from the sources for people wanting to deepen their practice?
Yeah, they offered 10 tips. Things like create a daily ritual, even just 5 minutes. Practice mindful pauses during your day. Clean your living space mindfully. Maybe try a media diet. Be more conscious of what you consume.
Good ones.
Find teachers or experts you resonate with. Take a class if you can. Consider a retreat for a deeper dive. Join a local meditation group. That community support is huge. And maybe even practice with family or friends.
Lots of options there.
Definitely. Find what works for you.
Okay, so a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe carry with you today. What small mindful moment could you choose to cultivate? Just one thing. And how might that single small choice start to ripple outwards, maybe changing your whole day or even more?